Hello and welcome. It is Friday, 7th of June, 2019. And welcome to the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades of the like that is within each's own risk and their own reward. So we're seeing for about the 645th time, a little sarcastic, of course, a resistance test here at this key 38.2% exponential Fibonacci from the $1,921 highs dated back in September 2011 and the lows of 1,046 ending 2015. 38.2% hit here, hit here. It was even hit before it hit the low as it's a breakdown resistance to this point. And this time it's doing so, finding support at the highest level it kind of has in each one of these levels, cause, or from what the pull or where it came from. This one, the low in at 1266. Looking at this on the weekly term time frame, this is a clear breakout above this level. First time it's had the clear breakout since January of 2018, ending, well, first quarter of 2018. And well, it's live. It's possibility to go, but of course, seeing this on the monthly time frame, still, not only has a long ways to go to technically break what the highest established resistance is, but then to clearly break it. But in doing such, it does not surprise me, not even to the slightest, a quick move up to the top part. In fact, the opposite would surprise me, a slow move up towards this previous level of support and a 61.8% level. Within the daily term time frame, as price action got going on May the 30th to the 18 highs, and has been consistently having up days and pause days along the way, of course, now getting up to the most previous high from February in that level there, 4 hour term time frame, the last run here, May 30th. Well, same time frame again. Just a beautiful up run, sideways consolidation, nice up move back to the 18, little above. You can call that a failed break. It was an attempt to go up, it didn't do it, but it succeeded amongst its correction area test. Now this is looking like a successful breakout above this 18, marginally now just getting above this level. So I would have to think that we're going to have a decent size leg higher that should spark forward after this. Short term on the hourly time frame, I'm going to be looking for support, at least the must hold area. If it's going to go down now, that is at around 1337 to about 1339. But if this thing can just spark a few more basis points higher, enough of a space to go up here so that if it comes back, I'd like to see it come back between the 40 handle up to about the 44 handle. If, and that's just tiny microscopic volatility. If, of course, there's going to be a decent sized gain, but again, very live right now for spectacular moves going forward. Looking at this crossed against the Canadian fiat currency, we have price action at this pretty much all time high area. Again, a loads and numerous amounts of resistance in this area. This uptrend line, which has been in place since, in his case, 2013 at the 1237 handle. This is breaking into uncharted territories if it does so, but realistically, the fast move on the to the 61.8% in the U.S. cross would have a decent sized breakout, probably breaking to new levels in Canada. Crossing over to silver, which is up higher for the day in percentage terms, up about 1.5% right now. Still very small percentage moves overall, especially with historical higher volatility silver has had at the end of last decade and the start of this one, and even before then, back in the 1960s and well, mainly 70s. And that was when silver ran from like $1 to 50, just a tremendous move. And I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm expecting from more than anything. That's why I say I'm not surprised that in given time, seeing this thing, as we can see, this has been devalued or hit hard on the longer term time frame, where this just to go quick 22, 30, 50, 80, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, all that type of stuff to happen very fast. The watching, I gotta think it'll be almost faster seeing this go higher than it was watching James Holzhauer dominate during his nice run that he had on Jeopardy. But that's off topic. That's a different story. And within this downtrend line, obviously broken, getting above the 18 average of highs, sustaining it and continuing further. As this one in here, you get above it barely, you pull back, and then it's just, failed breakout. So it's its first real attempts from the high, highs and lows known after the fact. So now it's been enough where this is a low. Wherever we top right now is where the next key high is going to be. And within this short term, buyers are in control of the market. It has gotten above this level of resistance at 14.95 between 15.04. So now that it's had an okay move to 14 cents, I would be looking if there's any support to come down to that level, meet up within the 18 average, and again, long or mid-term, intermediate term, this thing is, well, I might have to go back to the monthly to do this. Yeah, I will. So just to finish this off, downtrend, band flattening out, established resistance, come back to the band. It started doing so on October of 2016. So for the last 3 years, it's been in this correctionary move, trying to do this stage number three, come back to support, and it has went there. It's went below it. Now it looks like it's resisting it, but unless it can take out this previous low in here of about 13 and 2/3, then it's still in that correctionary phase, but it's got to do more than just get above the 18 average of highs. It's got to get above that just to get back to this previous congestion range from 2017 into 2018. But when these things can go, as we see on the daily, you get stuck below this, you leave the 18, and all of a sudden it's glory days. I would have to think that when it's ready, it's going to be very close to the same thing, sort of like in here. It gets above glory days, and back as it was in here, it gets above the 18. Next thing you know, you see it go from 52 basis points up to 2,000 basis points, and then from 900 to 5,000, or 5 6x moves, and even those moves like a 6 7x move. Again, I'm thinking like I mentioned, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at $600 from where we stand off now, that would be 40x move from this point. But this level of resistance not shown on this chart was a previous test from 1980. So to go this amount of time in a very highly inflationary debt-based monetary model environment, to me shows how even if this were to go to say 250, 300, how I would think it's still like inflation adjusted and all that stuff comparing to the Dow and everything. Yeah, it's not all that high, or I would be thinking it's not overly overextended. My long-term views is as long as you can buy silver for like under $100 an ounce, it's probably pretty cheap. Now, literally, you're not going to go out, oh, I'm going to go and spend $60 an ounce, $80, or buy the most collector stuff. No. Obviously, if you can do it for that, it's great. If you can buy it for under 50, which you can, it's better. Under 30, you can, it's better. Under 20, you can. Again, it's better. So it's just, to me, having these lower prices like this, well, it's been enabled a great opportunity from this point in here, right, from around 2017, with Bitcoin prices going higher, to accumulate it. And if it's going to continue this way, that would be fantastic as well. But even if it just does decent moves, okay, we come back up to 21 and 26, and we're at 50 now, so we doubled to even 30. Well, if crypto prices go up 6, 7, 9, 10, 20 times, especially portfolio adjusted with trading, then that just means it's not it's still a very good deal, because if I can get cryptos up 20 times when silver goes up double, then it technically it'd be down 10 times in my book. So I like the fact that it has been positioned this way, and silver is the only asset that I can think of, with gold being a very good runner-up, that I can be very confident that at the end of the next decade, 2029, that it would have an extremely high chance of holding its value to the point where I'm confident that I could just like put it in a safe, lock it up for 10 years, unable to open it up, and I'll be very happy with its value. I don't want to put fiat currency in there. I don't want to put Bitcoin or Litecoin in there because of the uncertainty that can have. As safe risk reward management, to me, gold and silver is at the top of the list. Of course, cryptocurrencies can have higher volatility, higher gains, and you can purchase gold and silver, at least in Canada and the United States, with the cryptos. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, I want you to list Canadian dollars, although it's not going to make much of a difference because it's just man, whatever, 20 bucks. So you can see not much of a difference in here. Long, I mean, this is a sideways. I guess on the monthly, it established resistance back in 2016 here, but it's really more of just a very, very long sideways range. After this pattern was a descending triangle here. And before that, it was this nice up move from 2009, which of course was following an up move even before then as well. Alrighty, take care and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.